You're listening to Leisure World Direct. I'm your host, GRF Communications Manager Emma DiMaggio, and I'm joined by Recreation Director Jesse Cripps. Hello, Jesse.
Hi.
Today's topic is the 2026 Amphitheater season. It's that time of year again when we're all gearing up and getting all the bands sorted out and figuring out the food trucks. It's one of Leisure World's most anticipated events of the year. Jesse, for someone who's never been to an amphitheater show before, describe the scene for me.
I think one of the most important characteristics that I've noticed about the summer amphitheater concert series is how casual and easy it is to have a very enjoyable experience there. Attending a concert is refreshingly relaxed. You can walk, you can ride your bike, or catch an on-call bus. We have extra buses running before and after the concert to make sure we can easily get everybody there. You can get there early and enjoy food from the trucks that we invite. There's a festive atmosphere throughout. Once the show approaches, you can find your seats and enjoy the show.
That's what residents and guests will enjoy from the front line. Tell me about everything that goes on in the background in the recreation department putting together these shows and when the process sort of starts.
Oh, we have a great process now. It's actually, the community makes it really easy on us because we get a lot of enthusiastic feedback and wonderful suggestions. At the conclusion of each summer concert series, we publish a survey, and we get, what we do is we get a lot of feedback about the shows that we've had, and we also get a lot of suggestions for new shows that we haven't had before. And we take that information, and what we usually do is we make a short selection of performers or shows that we want to bring back the next year. And then we fill in the rest of the shows with all the novel suggestions that the community has given us. So the community's guidance makes our job pretty easy. And then the fact that the location here is so central in the entertainment industry, we usually have access to almost anything that the community is interested in.
Yeah, you're saying because it's close to Los Angeles and Orange County, so many great bands are flowing through this area that during the summer, I'm sure we can just have them tack on Leisure World.
Yeah. It's if you can't find one, let's say you're looking for, the obvious one, we'd like to say a Beatles. Let's say you're looking for a particular Beatles band. Let's say you wanted a Beatles band that was focused on the Hamburg years. Then you would, if you didn't get that one, you could probably find another one that just did that act. So it just makes it really fun, really easy, and best of all, that's successful.
Yeah. We'll get a little bit into the lineup of the amphitheater season a little later in the episode. But before then, we'll talk about some stuff that might be less interesting to people. Tell me about some of the rules and guidelines that people have to follow before, during, after the concerts, just so it's top of their mind before the season starts.
This year we're making an extra effort to educate the attendees on policies that were designed to protect each concert goer's experience. For instance, seat saving is a hot topic. It is prohibited by policy, but it's more important that everyone understand that policy is to protect the first come, first serve format that's just integral to a free concert being equitable to everybody. It's also about courtesy to the other concert goers, that we're really trying to get that in people's consciousness when they're making decisions about perhaps saving one seat, saving two seats for somebody that's going to meet you there. I think it's pretty easy to make that decision regardless of the policy, and you're not really may not be harming anybody. But when you make that decision to save 10 seats, we're really trying to get that out there for people to understand that that's really inconveniencing a lot of people and harming kind of the equity of everybody's experience.
Totally.
Things like dancing in the aisles or just dancing in areas, it's not really about the policy or designated areas. It's about obstructing people's view. If you're dancing somewhere and you're obstructing you're obstructing other concert goers, that should be enough for people to reconsider where they're dancing.
Yeah.
And take seriously the designated areas that we've established for people to dance.
I think it's worth noting, too, for anyone who's a new resident or who's bringing a friend who are natural-born dancers. They know they're going to be going dancing if they go to a concert. There are, on the flanks of either side of the amphitheater, designated areas to dance that have a great view of the stage, of the performers. There's not really a need to dance elsewhere because you can be with all the other dancers if you go there.
You know how it is. Sometimes everyone gets really excited.
Yeah.
Sometimes the performer doesn't help. Sometimes the performer demands you get up and dance. We all understand that. All we can do is ask for people to consider their neighbors and do everything they can to not obstruct or not diminish their experience. And those designated dance areas are really. I actually haven't seen that in a venue before, so it's kind of an amenity to the venue. And you can just go nuts in there.
And people do.
And I've literally never, I go to all the shows. There hasn't ever been a negative interaction that I'm aware of inside the dance area. So even though it's a free-for-all, everyone gets along.
Yeah. On the topic of obstruction, too, I know that people always have questions about filming or, taking videos with their phones. What are the parameters surrounding that at the amphitheater?
Well, we certainly discourage somebody attempting to make a professional recording of the performance. But in this day and age with, cameras in your phone, and you also have artists that really they want that publicity too. They want you to film them performing and put it on social media. That's not really an issue. The issue goes back to if you're taking pictures, if you're trying to film the performance and you're obstructing the other concert goers' view or you're impeding traffic in the aisles. That is where people really need to reconsider that decision, and they'll likely have an interaction with an usher or security officer performing usher duties in the amphitheater.
I would like to add a caveat that if you do see people with professional cameras in the amphitheater during the show, wandering around, getting really up close, they probably received permission beforehand. I know that the Video Producers Club takes videos of some of the shows. We have photographers sometimes that take pictures for the newspaper so we can have really good recap pictures for the next amphitheater season. So if you do see people and think, security's not stopping them, stop them, they might be allowed to be there.
Absolutely. The Video Producers Club provides a tremendous service to the community by producing very professional recordings of the summer concert series for posterity, for everyone's enjoyment at home and posterity. And of course, the paper, staff from the paper are there to take beautiful pictures for the paper. So we do have authorized photographers, authorized filmography that's happening. Even sometimes, although I'm trying to discourage it, the performer will want to have their own photographers there, and I try and limit that as much as I possibly can. But we do allow them to make that request. So there are definitely people that have that are performing that task with authorization.
And to any resident who obviously you might not be able to tell if someone has authorization or not, you're free to tell a security officer if you see something suspicious, if you see something that you think might be breaking the rules, and they can discern whether someone is or isn't allowed
Absolutely.
to be videotaping.
Also, unsafe. If you feel like there is equipment blocking something, or even a tripod or anything like that where someone could possibly trip on it, feel free to report it, and it will be addressed.
And now, the moment has come. Jesse, tell me what's coming up for this amphitheater season.
Well, we have another great season coming up. We have some of the really important food groups of our summer concert series, like Elvis and some Beatles. But I'll go through from show to show and give you a little rundown. On June 25th, we have Elvis and the Electras. Obviously it's a tribute to Elvis Presley, but we have this extra dimension that is the Electras, a thrilling review of Elvis's catalog. The performer is James Crook, backed by 3 incredible female vocalists, the Electras. Get ready for a wild night of time-bending nostalgia and world-class musicianship as Elvis takes on these divas in a music face-off with traditional Elvis songs, as well as some surprising duets.
You've sold me.
On July 2nd, we have The Journeymen, a tribute to Journey and others. It is not your typical tribute band, based in San Diego and comprised of seasoned professional musicians from all corners of the world. Their 5-piece lineup delivers the jumbo arena energy of Journey and other classic rock icons like Foreigner, Styx, Toto, and Boston, all served with high-level musicianship and authentic performance style.
Nice.
On July 9th, we have Catch a Wave, a tribute to the Beach Boys. The sounds of surf, sun, fun, and classic cars set the stage backdrop for the legendary 1960s Beach Boys stage show presented by world-renowned band Catch a Wave.
The Beach Boys are always a hit.
Always, particularly with me. Featured at Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure Park, this act was personally selected to perform for Brian Wilson, the as you might know, is the
Beach Boy?
The Beach Boy. And the Beach Boys and their families and friends for the California Beach Boys State Landmark dedication in 2005. Wow. July 16th, we have So Petty, a tribute to Tom Petty. So Petty is dedicated to honoring the timeless music and enduring legacy of Tom Petty's iconic sound. The band delivers an authentic live experience and captures the essence of one of the world's most beloved artists, including faithful renditions of hits like American Girl, Free Fallin', Mary Jane's Last Dance, and I Won't Back Down. Each show is a celebration of Petty's rich catalog, showcasing the heartfelt lyrics, catchy melodies, and dynamic arrangements that defined his career. I'm getting a little sad because he passed away.
Oh. This is a good time to note that if you feel that you have an outfit that would be on theme with the performer, you are very welcome to wear that to the amphitheater show, and you will be in good company.
And you might get some attention. You might get some well-deserved attention.
Nice.
On July 23rd, the Rat Pack from Vegas. The Rat Pack from Vegas features Robbie Howard as Frank Sinatra, a Los Angeles native. He spent 2 decades headlining on the Las Vegas Strip in Hooray America and Stars of the Strip. He's joined by dynamic singer-songwriter Kenny Jones, who previously performed in Las Vegas. The Rat Pack is back, and by Dean Martin impersonator and dedicated perfectionist Johnny Edwards.
I feel like Vegas is like the building ground for these really good tribute bands.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like year after year I hear about these bands starting in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. It's boot camp.
Yeah, they prove themselves there.
Yeah. Once you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
July 30th, we have Hello Dolly, a tribute to Dolly Parton. Love Dolly is the #1 Dolly Parton tribute act in the West Coast. Show business veteran and uber-talented Kim Eberhardt is a true artist. She and her band perform the beloved hits of country legend Dolly Parton brilliantly. Eberhardt says, "This show is my love letter to Dolly." And I have to say that when I first had a job where I performed in this capacity, one of the first shows I booked was a Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers show, and that was when I really understood how important and wonderful a tribute can be. And I remember sitting there watching these people perform and thinking, I don't even think if the real Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers are this good.
You're going to make some enemies with that statement.
On August 6th, we have the Monkey Men, a tribute to the Monkees. In 1967, the Monkees outsold the Beatles and the Rolling Stones combined. Did you know that?
My grandma actually passed down like a giant stack of Monkees records to me, so I could have surmised from that.
The band produced 5 multi-platinum albums and 6 Billboard Top 10 singles, including 3 #1s. Today, their music continues to enchant audiences worldwide. With the passing of 3 of the original Monkees, the only way to experience that great music live on stage has been through Mickey Dolenz ongoing solo tours until now, here at Leisure World Seal Beach.
Get ready.
August 13th, we have the Highwaymen, a tribute to Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and Chris Christopherson. The Highwaymen features Tony Sirachi as a gifted vocalist who embodies all 4 legendary voices through exhilarating, spot-on performances backed by an all-star band. He's accompanied by Michaela Phillips, America's Got Talent Golden Buzzer recipient, and top 10 finalist on American Idol, who joins the show for iconic duets. Together, they deliver the legendary hits in a high-energy performance that brings the classics to life, start to finish, like an encore that never lets up.
Nice. Enough said.
August 20th, we have Twisted Gypsy, a tribute to Fleetwood Mac. Twisted Gypsy takes people back to the early days of Hollywood's Sunset Strip and the heyday of 70s rock and roll. Travel back in time with their high-energy, all-live harmonies, fun stage banter, and raw, track-free performances.
Bring out your fringed shawls, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time.
They will, and it's funny. It's like we could have a Fleetwood Mac show every summer, and it will always be the biggest show of the summer.
That tracks.
Yeah. I'm excited. We're bringing, on August 27th, Chicago Tribute Experience. A tribute to Chicago. Experience revives the 60s through the 80s with all of Chicago's greatest hits performed live. This tribute to the writing, performance, style, and sound of the original Chicago lineup has been thoughtfully recreated by the highest entertainment value. And then on September 3rd, the Fab Four. a tribute to the Beatles. If you want to experience the best Beatles tribute ever, you won't want to miss the Fab Four, the ultimate Beatles tribute. This Emmy Award-winning band is elevated far above every other Beatles tribute due to their precise attention to detail with uncanny note-for-note live renditions of Beatles classics. The Fab Four will make you think you are watching the real thing. And I have to say, I've seen them several times over the years, and this is kind of a nerd thing to bring up, but there is nothing better if you, as a person who never experienced the Beatles, particularly live, but to see somebody using all of the same equipment in a smaller venue, so you really hear what it sounded like, is shockingly special. And so when these tribute bands actually bring that level of detail, it's very special. Like a couple years ago, we had the Ventures. They did the same thing. When you were listening to this Ventures tribute, that was just what it was like when listening to the Ventures back in the '60s. So that's another reason to be really that I'm excited for this particular group.
I was astounded looking at their pictures. I was like, how did you random people that look like Beatles that happen to be musicians find each other and throw together a tribute?
Yeah, it's actually real. I think I saw them in a tiny place, and it really blew my mind. It was like seeing the Beatles in Germany
before
like '61. On September 10th, we bring back the perennial Stone Soul. We love these guys. We love bringing them back, and we love the feedback that we get from the community to keep having them. Their band has grown tremendously since they started playing here, and we love growing with them. It's an 8-piece soul band, horn-blowing, foot-stomping, classic soul and Motown tribute band. With their snazzy suits and spot-on renditions, Stone Soul will have people dancing the jerk, the mashed potatoes, and the twist to smash hits from Smokey Robinson, The Temptations, The Four Tops, Otis Redding, which is my favorite, James Brown, and more.
Jesse, the way you said mashed potatoes makes me think that you don't know how to do that dance move.
I don't. I think I have a record that instructs you on how to do the mashed potatoes.
And during the last Amphitheater show, you can watch Jesse learn.
This guy is the guy to teach it. I mean, he
dances a lot.
He is energetic.
Yeah, people always say that.
He's bringing the James Brown for sure. And that's a tough act to follow, but he really does it.
Well, they've built up to be the final Amphitheater show of the season, so I think that really speaks to their musicianship.
Absolutely. I also want to mention that we're going to be having Lucille's Smokehouse Barbecue truck for many shows this summer. Kaffel's, as usual, Scooter's Ice Cream, Baby's Burgers, another dessert truck named Drizzle, Bella Italia, Kathy's Cookies, and Kona Shave Ice. And we also are very happy to host 3 fundraising events during the summer concert series for Leisure World Cares Fund, the Seal Beach Animal Care Center, and Fisher House, associated with the Long Beach VA Hospital.
And if you ever forget who the next fundraiser is for or what the next Amphitheater show is, we're going to have the schedule in every single week of the newspaper, the full schedule, and we'll have whoever's playing that night in that morning's newspaper. So you'll never be able to forget, and you'll always be able to plan ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll probably have it in the...
and we'll have the Spotlight magazine.
Spotlight, right. We'll have all that stuff in Spotlight, which is a gem, an absolute gem. And I'm so appreciative to the paper for putting that together.
And it'll be delivered to everyone's home. And we'll have plenty of extra copies all over the community if you want to give some to family members so they can decide which shows to go to with you.
Right, right.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Jesse?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see you at the amphitheater
Excellent.
season. This has been Leisure World Direct.